Live from the studios of First Coast News, Jordan Wilkerson
First Coast Living live.
and David Benfield.
Sounds good to me.
Well, come join us.
This is First Coast Living.
Hello and welcome to First Coast Living and happy Friday. I'm Jordan
Oh my
Wilkerson.
I'm David Benfield, and this is Justin Miller. Hey, guys, how
Hey,
you
it's
doing?
good to see you, Justin.
I
You were
know.
on vacation. How was it?
He's been gone.
Sure, vacation. Vacation with 5 kids
Yeah.
is more of like I have to
It's work.
like start running a week before vacation so I can get my stamina up for vacation.
But no, actually, it's not. We're bearing the lead here. It's actually really not about vacation. Congratulations
Yes.
is in order. He
Bought a
just
home.
bought his first house, man.
Oh, finally! I never thought it would ever happen.
That's great news, man. No, really, it's
Ready?
a beautiful house. They've done a great job.
I'm ready for that housewarming party. Just let us
Absolutely.
know.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna mess that house up.
Bring
for
it.
5 kids.
Yeah. We just
No,
bring a
this
bunch
is-
of toys for the
it is
kids
very
that make a
cool.
lot of noise.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, man, it's really cool.
All right, you're probably wondering why we're starting in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So why don't we just get into the show? What do
All
you
right, let's do
think?
it. All right, guys, coming up, we're rocking into the summer with Florida Theater to kick off the start of the Jacksonville Rock Orchestra Summer Concert Series. It is rad.
Then super friend of the show, Noreen Young, is back in studio. Hey, girl. And she's going to give us the perfect gift ideas for men and also what's trending right now.
That's right. Plus, we head to the Swap to hang out with our friends Shrek and Donkey ahead of Shrek the Musical at the Alhambra Theater and Dining. That's pretty cool. That'll be great. That was so much fun.
But first,
Yes.
it's time for
Go!
Living in the Kitchen,
Brought to
sponsored
you
by Winn-Dixie.
and ProCraft Cabinetry.
That's right.
All right, so
what are we doing today, David?
We're doing hot dogs.
That's
I'm
right.
starving.
We're doing
Summertime,
so
summertime.
many good hot dogs. So we're gonna do all kinds of different hot dogs. In the United States, there are many. It's not just throw meat in tube, form in a bun, and go. There are different recipes. So today we're gonna show you an Atlanta dog, a Chicago dog, a Detroit dog, New York style, and a Seattle style.
That's right. But I brought up the Chicago one too because I just got back 3
Yeah.
weeks ago and I had never had one and it was so
It's good,
delicious.
right?
I didn't like the deep dish pizza, but I loved the Chicago
That's
dog.
interesting. Okay, well,
But yeah,
let's
Seattle
start-
dog, I like that too.
Let's start with an Atlanta dog.
All right.
Okay, so with the Atlanta dogs, you're talking about Atlanta and New York dogs are going to be kind of similar in respect that you're going to have them steamed inside the bun, right? So
Oh.
you take your hot dog, once you've cooked the hot dog, you put it in the bun, then you
That's
wrap
the
it
way
in
to do
tin
it. Oh
foil,
my
and then
gosh.
bada bing, bada boom. So grab that for me, sir.
I just want to eat
so
this right here.
hit that with a line of mustard
Go ahead.
first. Boom.
Some mustard.
Bam, there you go.
Yep.
Now hit me with a little bit of that chili. And
Whoa.
chili, guys, for the hot dog chili, it's no beans.
Oh.
No bean chili.
No beans.
I love beans.
That's
Come
for a
on.
meal, though, right?
All
That's
right.
when you want to eat chili as a meal. Bow, right?
Okay, all
Now,
No
hit
chili,
it-
or are we slopping
That's
it up?
perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, hit it with a little coleslaw.
All right.
Watch out for that Happy Dad.
And you got
Yeah.
the SE Grocers from Winn-Dixie.
That's right. Everything, all this stuff has been from SE Groceries,
Yep.
with the exception
Awesome.
of our celery salt.
There you go.
Which, by the way, thank you very much. I was struggling.
He called me yesterday.
I was in the grocery store. I'm like, what is going on? Why is
can't
there no
find
celery
it.
salt? And then, quite literally, as I said that, I go, oh, it's right there.
He just needed to call me first.
That looks good.
No,
Holy
you
cow.
try it.
Oh wait, y'all should try it together like you did at the Jumbo Shrimp game.
How many times?
It's a little short. They had the
That's
long
a
one
little
last
short.
time.
That was a foot long, man.
Okay, how was that?
What do you think?
That's good.
That's good.
Good? I'll try that one
fantastic.
later because I know that one's going to be messy.
Yeah, it's gonna be messy.
All right, let's try
You
the
wanna do the Chicago?
the Chicago dog.
Okay,
really
so the
good.
Chicago, we're going to put a little bit of mustard.
Okay.
And we've got the pickle.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Pickle
I think the pickle was on top of the.
No, I said put it in the.
Oh, you looked up the order?
Yeah, I
Okay.
said put it in there because it holds it all together.
Ah, okay. Then we got
my
the
research.
hot dog.
A little hot dog in there.
Then we need a little bit of relish.
Yep.
Then we're gonna do the, they call it sport peppers,
Yeah.
but peppercini is very similar.
Try to find a sport pepper
Yeah,
in
never-
Winn-Dixie in Northeast
Never
Florida.
heard of that, honestly.
Like they don't exist.
Oh, actually, do the tomato first.
Yep.
I mean, this is like a salad,
Get in there.
right?
I don't think I've ever
Okay.
tried a
They're good.
Chicago
Oh,
dog.
and then you got to hit it with the celery
Yes,
salt.
please.
So a little bit of that.
And I think onion too.
Boom.
Oh yeah, a little
What
bit.
else do you use celery salt for?
Oh, it's
I
the
never
relish.
use
Just
it.
you put the relish in there?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Just a little bit. Actually, you know what? I don't
No,
want
I don't think
onions.
it's onions, dude. I don't
'Cause
think
you know
onions
what?
go on there.
I don't want y'all to smell it.
Get it.
All right, you ready?
Do it! Dang, did you see
She
that?
went in. She went
That
in.
was real.
Is it good?
Yeah, I'm not afraid.
You normally have a poppy seed bun, but we couldn't find it.
I'm just gonna try it. I don't care. I
right.
I need some
That's so
pepperoni.
good.
While they're eating, I'm going to show you Seattle dog. Now, this is
Yeah.
a 2 a.m. dog you get when you're leaving the bar in Seattle. My husband was stationed there. This is what we did. Cream cheese.
Yeah.
It sounded disgusting
It
when
does.
I first heard about it. And then I had it after a long night, and it was fantastic. So this one, you're going to actually do sauteed onions. And literally, that's it. I mean, you can add condiments if you want,
Sure.
but this is what makes it
All right.
The Seattle dog.
Oh man.
Go ahead,
so
David.
good.
Who doesn't like
Kind
cream
of nervous.
cheese?
You don't like cream? Who doesn't like cream cheese? Okay.
That's really good.
See?
Get out of here.
So many ways to eat a dog,
I never would have thought of that. Dang, that's really good.
right? They have the little hot dog carts.
That
right.
actually is. I like
good?
cream cheese.
Man.
I'll
Okay.
go for it. I'm gonna make me one.
Okay, go for it. All right, I'm gonna take this one. Now we're gonna show you how to do the Detroit style dog. The
Okay.
Detroit style is pretty
I'm just gonna
simple
say
stuff.
that Seattle's my favorite right now.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I really like cream cheese
Very
though.
surprising.
All right.
All right, so for the Chicago style dog, it's pretty simple. It's just chili, cheese, and onions, right? So we got our hot dog, we got our chili right here.
Which is this one?
This is the Detroit.
Detroit.
And then you just get a little, some onions there. Boom.
Oh,
Where's
so
the
they
cheese
do
at? Where's
chili
the cheese?
Right there.
Boom.
I want a little mustard
Over
on mine.
here. Boom. And that is basically your Detroit style.
No, am I supposed to eat this one too?
Yeah, you're
okay.
supposed to go for it. Okay, and then last but not least, this one is honestly my all-time favorite. It's the most simplest one you can do. This is a good old style New York dirty water dog. That's right. So you
Dirty water.
So you make sure that the
Sounds
the
appealing.
hot dog is boiled, it's steamed in the bun, and all you do, if you've ever seen Anthony Bourdain's show, you'll know that this is exactly how you're supposed to do this.
Okay.
A hot dog is just mustard, baby.
I
I
gotta
do
say,
like that too, or mustard and sauerkraut.
I don't eat a lot of hot dogs, probably for good reason.
This is good.
But man, they're delicious.
Yeah. All right, well, remember, if you want to get the rewards at Winn-Dixie, just download the app. You can go to windixie.com/rewards or just go to your app store. And you'll get all these great deals that David got when he went yesterday. The deals go Wednesday to Tuesday, I believe. So you have
That's
till
exactly
Tuesday.
right. Yeah, we saved a whole bunch of money. It was pretty great. I'm sure that Justin has a bunch of money in
Yep,
his right
going to
now.
Winn-Dixie today. I got a $10 off coupon.
Awesome.
New York style's good, huh?
Yeah.
Which one is still your favorite?
I think just good old plain hot dog, just
right.
nothing on it, just some mustard, and I mean that was awesome.
Awesome.
Awesome jam.
And the
Well,
bun's so
happy
soft.
summer, everyone.
Yeah.
All right, Jordan, we'll send it over to you.
All right, well, this morning we are lucky to have American Idol and Rock of Ages Tony nominee Constantine Maroulis and Allison Piccioni, aka Rocky Rose, who just got off the Cyndi Lauper tour. How fun is that? And congratulations, too, for you. This is really cool. They're both performing at the Florida Theater tonight in a night of symphonic rock at 7:30 p.m. as part of the Jacksonville Rock Orchestra Summer Series, Summer Concert Series. Ooh, got that out. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Wow, what a way to kick off the summer. Hot dogs,
So we might have to save you one.
Florida, rock and roll, let's go.
Yeah, I love it. All right, well, Constantine, let's start with you. So I understand you are the lead singer, but Allison, you're actually playing keyboard tonight, right? You're a keyboard player. So what can audiences expect?
Yeah, you know, I think it's all the great classic rock songs we grew up with, the soundscape, the soundtrack of our lives, a bit reinvented with this massive orchestra at our backs. All the great songs you've heard from Led Zeppelin, from Boston,
Pat
from
Benatar,
Pat
Joan
Benatar,
Jett.
yeah, Bon Jovi, and everything, sort of reinvented with this new energy and an incredible rock band, but with a huge symphony backing us
Yeah,
up. So.
I believe, because we talked about it yesterday in our Winter of the Weekend event guide, and I believe I read 27-piece orchestra.
Yeah.
Pretty
How
good.
amazing is that?
Yeah, we're excited.
How did you both get involved with this show, and how has the experience been like so far?
I was involved via our music director, Walter Eno. He's sort of like a matchmaker of musicians, and he's really excellent at that. So we've all sort of met each other through him and done some of these really awesome rock shows.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's part of the gig life. You know, we're all fortunate enough to work with some great headliners, or maybe we get to headline and such, but it's nice
Right.
to just get together as a band and do these flyouts and meet and put on these incredible shows. A lot of these theaters I've played with Broadway shows on tour and
Very
stuff. So
cool.
it's nice to come back with a different energy and celebrate rock and roll, man.
That's
the
right.
great classic rock songbook tonight.
Well, what I think is really cool too, and especially with when you were in Rock of Ages, I mean, this is really interactive in a way. Like people, I bet, are singing with you guys.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Is that allowed?
It's all the hits. Absolutely.
It's allowed.
It's fun to see a more classical venue bring a different
Yes.
clientele in to see these shows, and you know, get a little reaction from the crowd.
Right. Have y'all been to the Florida Theater before?
I have, yeah.
Awesome.
And it's got the great neon
Iconic.
out front, and
Yes,
we love it
beautiful.
here in Jacksonville, and we're stoked. I mean, I got to get that voice warmed up, 'cause tomorrow night we'll even be out in Clearwater.
Oh, that's where
and-
I'm from.
Yeah, so
Very
we're on
cool.
a mini weekend tour, but we're grateful to
Awesome.
be here. It's going to rock.
Very, very cool. All right, so this is the first show in the Jacksonville Rock Orchestra Summer Concert Series, right? So you're kicking it off.
Yeah, so tonight we're a night of symphonic rock, and then July 18th we have the music of Green Day. And I
Ooh,
believe-
David, you'll love that too. He's a
I
punk
believe
rocker.
August 8th is the music of David Bowie.
Oh man, that is so awesome. So tonight's more of a mix, and then the other 2 times will be.
Sort of a tribute to.
Okay, that is so cool. And then tonight, 7:30, of course, the first show in this series. You can get your tickets at floridatheater.com. What are you excited the most about this?
Wow. There's some Led Zeppelin moments that are pretty incredible, and to hear them with the strings and
Right.
the brass behind you,
I bet it's amazing.
It's pretty epic.
Yeah.
You know, the songs you grew up in your room kind of singing along to, and with a new energy.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm an actor, so it's nice to be able to kind of like interpret a bit of the
Right.
storytelling and a lot of that great descriptive poetry, lyrics from Robert Plant, and all. So I'm stoked about that. I don't
Right.
know. That's a geeky music thing.
And it's a live show. It keeps us on our toes.
Right.
And we
That's-
hope that we keep the audience on their toes with the next song that's coming.
These classical musicians, I
Awesome.
mean, they're world class, you know, so they're just like reading down these charts,
That's
like
amazing.
whatever.
I bet it
This is-
sounds so cool.
It's going to be awesome.
Well, thank you both so much for joining us. Break a leg.
Thank you.
And also safe travels as well, because I know you're going to be traveling around a lot.
Thanks for having us.
Of
Thank you.
course. And we'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's hear it for the boys. Our beauty and lifestyle correspondent, Noreen Young, is in the house, and she'll be showing us what a guy needs to look and feel his best and what's trending for the dudes in your life. Hello, good to see you again.
Great to see you as always.
Yeah, it's our pleasure. So, okay, so what you got for us today?
So today I'm going to share something I found. My husband doesn't drink a lot of water, and I see a lot of men don't. There we go.
Yeah, it's not good. I need to drink
There's
more.
something about it, but why wouldn't you want to drink out of this?
Right, that's nice.
Okay, it's an artisan water. I fell in love with the bottle. Then I so enjoyed the water itself. It's not sparkling, it's just
Good.
still water and good. And it comes in gorgeous bottles, and it's great for your next party. You know what I mean?
soiree.
And yeah, but it forces you to drink water. And so it is a brand that I happened to find in a big box store.
Okay, oh,
and
cool.
I just love the Diamond-esque bottle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful.
So we need to stay hydrated. It's great for
Seriously.
the complexion and
Yep.
for the body.
Yeah.
And men don't do it enough.
Not
okay?
even close.
Then-
It's crazy.
Men use deodorant bars. You know, what you use between your legs and under your armpits doesn't necessarily need to be going on your face, etc.
That's real. That's very
So,
true.
this
Those
is
are two
a-
different parts of the body.
Exactly. This is a soap bar by a local maker, and her name is Nedge, and she's a little mummy and has a little brood, and this is eucalyptus and patchouli,
Oh,
and it
okay.
smells delightful. You
Yeah.
can sniff, and I know
Ooh.
it,
Yeah, that smells
isn't that
good.
exotic and lovely? And
Yeah.
it's very hydrating, and she makes it with her own hands.
I like that. Very
Yes,
cool.
and she's at markets. You could find her, and it's by Complete Renewal.
Okay.
Then this one's called Oil Sucker. And you know what? I bought this at the store just because I knew you'd love it, and I needed to stock up on my makeup kit for guys. So when I do a photo shoot, I use rice powder to set their makeup, or I use this.
Okay.
And this is going to be used as a spray.
Okay.
Close the eyes, shoot it at the face,
Hit me with it.
and
Hit me with it.
all right, now your mouth closed too. And
I already feel better.
you could use it on a bald head. My husband started to use this for Zoom meetings so he'd look his best.
I love it.
Okay?
Cool. I needed you here at the start of the
This
show.
is nice. This is nice and easy. Then here's another local vendor, and this company is Body and Soul. And
Oh, I've heard of them,
sometimes- Yeah. Sometimes I have trouble going to sleep, and my mind doesn't stop. And
I can see that,
What
yeah.
I love, I'm always working and thinking and dreaming.
Yeah.
And this can be used on the soles of your feet,
Oh.
on aches and pains after a workout.
Okay, yeah.
It does everything but you know what. Okay. I mean, like, it is fabulous. Okay.
No, seriously, I was just telling Jordan, I've been hitting the gym a lot, man, and I'm telling you, I'm
Yeah,
so
the muscle, yes.
God.
And I'm not kidding you. It does make you doze off.
Okay.
And pretty fast, like 15 minutes after you spritz your
Let's do it.
bottoms of your feet. And I'll have to hop in bed with you tonight. Then we can do it. Then we can do it. Then another thing, these are all things people don't take time for. I'm talking about gentlemen for luxury, for a little something, something, for a little something else. And there's a nail salon my husband and I go to in town, and they tickle his feet and make him hop out of his seat. He just loves it, and I love watching him.
Yeah.
And he always, yells at me. Oh my! He always yells at me and says, "You're having too much fun watching." And I said, "Because it's hysterical how much you're enjoying."
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, he loves those pretty fingers and feet when he's done. He is so relaxed. He feels so good. And the gentlemen out there would know this if they just take time for a mani and pedi.
Listen, I've had pedicures before. I had a big old giant athlete school me on that. He was like, "What, you don't want somebody massaging your feet?" And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's pedicures. They're amazing." So
They are,
guys-
and they're good for your health. And it's the National Health Month.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
there you go. So get
For
you-
men, for
so
men.
there you go. So go get a pedicure. All right, Miss Noreen Young, where do we follow you? How do we learn more? Whoa, what do you got here?
I got you a
It's
treat.
a surprise.
You're gonna celebrate. Fishware Brewing, Dad bod.
I got one of those. Thank you so much, Miss Noreen Young.
So get a case and party on.
I love it so much.
And if you want a better bod,
Oh wow! Oh my!
you got to exercise with
What a Ken.
Ken.
All right, guys. So we had the chance to go out to go hang out with the folks from Alhambra Dining and our theater and dining to check out Shrek the musical. You check this out.
Get on me, Swampy!
We're here at Alhambra Theater and Dining talking about Shrek the Musical. I've got Shrek and Princess Fiona, Alec, and Rachel here today. Thank you so very much for having me.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Y'all been to our house, now we're here at your house. I do appreciate it. Okay, so Shrek is known for teaching us not to judge a book by its cover, right? So how does that message resonate with audiences today?
Well, I think with this show, one of the things that makes it so timeless, even with modern audiences, is that it teaches audiences, particularly kids and kids at heart, that doesn't matter what you look like, what your background is, everyone has something that they should be proud of, something to let their freak flag fly, as we call it in the show, and that beauty is not just skin deep, it's really about what's on the inside that counts.
Absolutely. Okay, so what's been the most fun or most challenging, perhaps, part of bringing your character to life?
Yeah, I think the most fun thing is that the audience is so close. So all those little kids, you can see them, you can hear them, and getting to be a princess on stage, but not a traditional one, is a really awesome thing and a really great message to get to share with little girls.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so Shrek the Musical is filled with beloved fairy tale characters like we've seen in the film. So if you could trade places with any other character in the show for just one performance, who would that be? I'm gonna ask both of you that.
You go first.
I am going to say Pinocchio.
Okay.
One, it's just a fantastic character, but also he gets a really funny gag involving his nose growing whenever he lies that I think is just so funny.
I think I would say one of the three little pigs, because they're just so stinking cute and they always ride together, and I love my people.
Right on. But there's something interesting. I've been looking around and I can't find Jordan anywhere.
Oh.
I have no idea. Does anybody know where Jordan's gone to?
Was she here today?
She was here today.
Maybe she might be in Farquaad's castle.
Lord Farquaad.
Lord Farquaad's castle.
Let's go find Jordan.
Donkey, AKA Jeremy, where are we?
We are at Farquaad's castle.
Oh, no.
Usually you have to look pretty low to find him. I don't know where he could be.
Oh, it's you. What a terrific surprise.
Oh, I can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing. All right, we've got Shane here, and thank you both so much for being with me, actually letting me be here with you, even though, I'm a little intimidated in this castle. Thanks for the props, too. Shrek, such an iconic movie, right? Everybody loves Shrek. How does the musical differ, or does it, from the movie itself?
Well, this show, unlike some movie musicals, it really does follow the movie quite well. The only thing that's really missing from this show is they didn't put the magic mirror. We just tell the story a little bit differently, which is, I think, a little bit better.
Yes,
okay, awesome. Now, obviously, Jeremy playing Donkey, Shane playing Lord Farquaad. Tell me a little bit about what that's like.
It's amazing. It's an honor, actually, the iconic actors that created these roles.
Right.
And then to come behind that and make it into a musical live form has been rewarding.
It's been so much fun. I do the whole show on my knees, so that's been a journey.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's been a journey for me. But it's a lot of fun. We're doing some really fun stuff with it. Going to the chiropractor,
Right, exactly, getting those checkups. Now, let me ask you, though, are you on all fours?
Sometimes I am. Sometimes I do.
Great.
I do. I'm standing right up as a donkey most of the show, but when I am on all fours, you'll see why.
Okay, I cannot wait for that. What is one moment you think when people are driving home after they see this production that they're just going to keep talking about?
It's going to be difficult to pick one because every song in this show is a showstopper. I said that in rehearsal, so I'm thinking, wow, every song is a showstopper. So it's going to be difficult. We end with "I'm a Believer" at the end of the show, so everybody will be going out humming that tune. So what do you think?
I think it's the magical experience that the Alhambra has created in this space.
Right.
So, it's so immersive. There's some magical things that happen around the room, and the cast and the crew. You'll see the passion. So if anything, they'll walk away going, "Wow, we had an incredible experience here."
Well, how long can folks come out here and see Shrek the Musical?
We run until August 9th, and we are about 70% sold. So get your tickets.
Oh my gosh!
Get your tickets,
Okay, plenty of time, but tickets are already selling fast. So make sure you head to
www.alhambrajacks.com, or you can call the box office.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And they've got the bar as well. You're going to get served delicious food and just a wonderful show. So thank you both so much for joining us. Donkey, can we get out of here now?
Yeah,
all right,
we
come on,
can
let's go.
go.
What are you doing?
Hey!
Live from the studios of First Coast News, Jordan Wilkerson
First Coast Living live.
and David Benfield.
Sounds good to me.
Well, come join us.
This is First Coast Living.
Welcome back. It's now time for Rain or Shine with meteorologist Robert Speta, and I think this pretty much sums it up, huh?
Yeah, yeah, and back to you. No,
Right, and that's it.
For real, this is it. This is it. It is hot. It is humid out there today. Tomorrow,
Beautiful,
heading
though.
through the beautiful out there right now. I mean, look at that, 87 degrees, absolutely gorgeous. And look at our temperatures across the board, the mid to high 80s. Now, I do want to stress though, things like your cars are going to be heating up.
So hot.
Oh, goodness. I think the stat is if it's 95 degrees after like 30 minutes, it's going to feel like 130 to 140 in your car. So, yeah, this weekend's just one of those weekends. You probably want to stay inside the AC, head out to the beach.
Right.
But I know the UV ray is pretty high up there, too. So
Sunblock.
Sunblock.
And stay hydrated.
Or a big old hat.
Oh, there you go. I like that too.
Yeah.
All right. Are you going to be doing the noon?
I am.
All right. More of that, of course, coming up. But in the meantime, tossing it over to you, David.
Sickle cell is a brutal disease inherited at birth that is impacting black families on the First Coast. A founder of Project Little Veins, Fredriana Copeland Webster, and founder of the Richard Webster Bass Health Institute, Selena Webster Bass, join us with more. Ladies, thank you so very much for being here today.
Thank you for
both look
having
fantastic.
us, David.
It is our pleasure. Okay, Fredriana, let's start with you. So can you share your personal journey living with sickle cell disease and how it shaped your life and how that inspired you to create Project Little Veins?
I absolutely can. In my 22 years of living with sickle cell, I've experienced complications from sickle cell pain crises, which are severe episodes of pain, very sharp, very excruciating, all the way down to acute chest syndrome, which is the leading cause of death. And so I decided to turn my adversity into advocacy, and I founded Project Little Veins, creating big blessings for warriors with the little veins.
That's amazing. That's an amazing story. I'd say, so Selena, you founded the Richard Webster Bass Health Institute in honor of your son. So can you tell us about Richard and what inspired you to continue his legacy through advocacy?
Yeah, so Richard Anthony was my oldest son. He would have been 28 this year. And he had this gregarious personality, infectious smile. He loved Teletubbies. He loved chicken and noodles. And he passed at 22 months of age.
I'm very sorry.
And so the Richard Webster Bass Health Institute is legacy building work. I remember feeling isolated as a caregiver and wanted, supports and support groups and social activities to kind of, take you away from the hospitalizations that many of the sickle cell patients experience. And so the Richard Webster Bass Health Institute, we have a prom coming up on Monday night, for our families.
Yeah.
So it's, that sense of normalcy that we all want to feel as parents. That's really what we're all about, and amplifying the voices of our sickle cell families.
I think that's beautiful.
Thank you.
I think that's an incredibly beautiful cause.
Yes.
All right, so Fredriana, what are some of the biggest challenges people face living with sickle cell disease today, and how can we help?
There are so many. Let me start with the barriers to quality health care. Many sickle cell warriors, we enter the hospital and we're faced with many medical professionals who are not as educated as they should be on the illness. And so continued education, passing those bills are very necessary, as well as donating blood and volunteering and supporting our organizations and to make a difference.
Absolutely. Okay, so Selena, what can our viewers do to support sickle cell patients in the community?
Yeah, so as Fredriana mentioned, giving blood is so important, and so we partner with Life South Blood. And so if anyone wants to host a blood drive in honor of sickle cell warriors, we would love to partner with them. Also, we need donations so that we can continue, events like our sickle cell prom and our sickle cell symposium that we do in September, and just, empathy towards sickle cell families. I think that's so important that you understand, the day-to-day battles that sickle cell individuals face.
Okay, so we've got about a minute left, so let's kind of talk about that a little bit. So for folks who don't know, there probably are some folks that are watching that don't know exactly what sickle cell disease is. Can you please explain that to them?
Yeah, so it's a genetic blood disorder that affects the red blood cells. Normal red blood cells flow very easily through the blood vessels, but in the case of sickle cell, the red blood cells are shaped like a C, like a banana. And so they get stuck in the blood vessels, and so the tissue doesn't get the oxygen that it needs, and so it causes all kinds of complications. Pain, as Fredriana mentioned, acute chest syndrome, splenic sequestration, and the number one cause of pediatric strokes is sickle cell. So it is a debilitating disease, and so it's so important that we continue to advocate for research and for education with health professionals around
Absolutely.
sickle cell disease management.
That's amazing. You look fantastic. I'm so what you're doing for the community is phenomenal. So I want to just thank the both of you. Thank you so very much for everything you do for the community and the folks that are about the warriors, as you called them.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank
We'll be right
you.
back.
Take a little peek, just a little peek. All right, guys, it's time for another David Will Do It. I'm at Azar Sausage. I'm actually with one of the Azars right here. I've got owner John Azar with me. Thank you so much for having me here, man.
Thank you for coming.
Okay, so Azar Sausage is an institution here in Jacksonville.
Yep.
It's been here for a long time. So tell the folks at home a little history about Azar Sausage.
Yeah, so basically, been in town, Jacksonville, for over 70 years, which I love because there's not a lot of family businesses that still have not sold out to the big corporate. So my grandfather came over from Lebanon, came to Jacksonville, opened up a grocery store right down the street here, and he was selling beer, cigarettes, wine, things like that. Then a friend of his went down there and said, listen, John, money is in meat. He says, you got to learn how to make sausage. That's where the money is. So they put their heads together, came up with a recipe, and we've never deviated from that recipe. We've had it 70 years. And then he became a full-fledged Azar Sausage Company. He did it. My dad got involved in it in his early teens. He kind of fell into your father's footsteps. And then my dad did it about 60 years. He retired it, yeah. And now me and my brother Phil are doing it, and then he's just brought on his 2 sons. So we're rolling into 4th generation.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
what a great story.
Yeah, people love the story. They love local.
Listen, your andouille sausage is my favorite in town by far, hands down. But you guys also make a whole bunch of other sausages. So like, what all do you make?
So andouille's a good one, red beans and rice. One of my favorites, actually. We do a really good chorizo, hot sausage. We do Italian. We do breakfast links, patties. If you can stuff in the casing, we can pretty much make it. So that's easy. Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess it's time to go get to work, huh?
So I know you can do anything, and we're looking forward to that.
Yeah.
But some stuff is kept under wraps. We got a lot of secrets. So I'm not going to let you in the sausage room. There's a lot of other jobs I got for you.
Okay.
So why don't we go inside and take a look?
All right, let's go. Let's do it,
Come
man.
on.
This is gonna be great. All right, Phil.
All right, Dave.
It's time to get to work, right?
Let's get it.
Okay, so what are we gonna start with?
We're gonna have you box up these neck bones. We gotta get them to the grocery stores.
Okay.
So these are fresh neck bones. We're gonna take them out of this bin. We're gonna rebox them into 30-pound boxes, ship them out, get them weighed up so we can ship to the stores.
Okay, so you just grab and go?
Get them and go. Fill these boxes up.
All right.
You gotta be quick too.
Oh, you gotta be quick.
There you go. Once you get them done up, then we'll take them over here and we'll weigh them up.
All right. Neck bones. This is very serious.
All right, Dave. Now you got to weigh them up. We got to have them 30 pounds. We're going to put them on the box. Get 30 pounds. Yeah, we're perfect. 31.8. They're going to get a little bit extra. Go ahead, close it up.
I swear I've like moved before.
We're going to need to go a little faster, Dave. I can't make any money like this, buddy.
We're not making any money as fast as I'm going. Or how slow I'm going.
Manufacturing's all about speed. There you go. And it's ready for the grocery store.
All right, Phil, what's next?
All right, David. Right now we're going to get the smoked pigtails ready for the grocery store.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and finish getting the pigtails in there.
There we go.
All right, now we're going to go ahead and put the water in there.
Okay. Dude, that's a gang of water. Don't spill it.
Yeah. And last, we're going to go ahead and get the seasoning.
Oh, yes, the good stuff.
Yeah.
Seasoning smells good.
All right, now we're going to go ahead and get it covered up, put a vacuum on it, and get it tumbled.
Okay, great.
All right.
Cool. I'm in the smoke room. I wish we had smell-o-vision. You'd understand how great it smells inside of here. Let's take a little peek, just a little peek. I can feel my eyes burning. It's so amazing in here. All right, Phil. All right, well, the sausage is on. We've packed it up into the chill. What do we do
All right,
now?
Dave, we're not going to play with the sausage today. We're going to pack it.
Okay.
Then what we're going to do is we got it chilled down. We're going to get it in the vacuum pack pouches. We're going to code date it. We're going to label it. And then we're going to get it to the stores again.
Okay, cool. There are eggs. Excellent. Sausages, sausages. Happy little sausages. I'm getting smoked. She's done like 3 of them to my one. This is ridiculous. Yeah. She's like done.
Box, tape it up, and then we're going to send it to the store.
Right to the grocery store, to your house. All right, special thanks to Phil and John for hooking us up. The last thing left is to put these sausages on the truck so they can go to your plate. We'll see you guys next time.
Summer travel is in full swing and cruises are one of the hottest tickets of the season. I'm actually going on one next month. Travel expert Janine Tornatore joins us with a look at why more Americans are choosing cruises right now, what's new on board, and how some sailings are celebrating America's 250th anniversary in a big way. Janine, thank you so very much for joining us today. So let's start with the big picture. Why are cruises having such a moment right now?
Yeah, great to be here. Cruises are really having a moment. Well, number one, they really simplify vacation planning. You know, they continue to be one of the best values in travel, including your accommodations, your dining, entertainment, transportation. I mean, it's all bundled into one vacation, and they work for such a wide range of travelers. So families, multi-generational groups, friends, couples. So that's really the reason. It's really the value and it's the simplicity that are really driving the interest in cruising.
That is exactly the reason why Lena and I are going on this cruise to celebrate her birthday. All right, so this summer also ties into America's 250th anniversary celebration. So how are cruises bringing that to life on board?
Yeah, cruises really are bringing America's 250th celebrations to life on board their ship. Carnival, for example, is celebrating from coast to coast. They have everything from 40-foot patriotic inflatables on board to limited edition souvenir Coke cans on their ships. They even have these special ship meetups. So they have 7 ships that are meeting near the Bahamas on July 4th for fireworks, and 3 ships that are going to have front row seats to San Diego's Big Bay Boom. They're also on board their ships recognizing and honoring military families with special U.S. flags and pins. So you will see a lot of activity, a lot of entertainment, and just fun things happening geared towards America's 250th this summer on board these ships.
Sounds like a lot of fun. All right, culinary experiences on board cruise ships have become a big selling point. So what's new this summer that travelers should know about?
Yeah, well, cruise lines know that your stomach really drives, your travel decisions and influences what you're looking for. And they're investing heavily in these chef-driven concepts and elevated culinary experiences. Just recently, Carnival unveiled the next course, their major culinary expansion. It's going to include a lineup of specialty restaurants and bars that will debut on their Carnival Festival and their Carnival Tropicale ships, including one from Emeril Lagasse, who is their chief culinary officer. Overall, though, you're going to see enhanced dining menus, new coffee concepts, pop-up bars, even convenient mobile ordering on board these ships now.
It all sounds amazing. I'm telling you, I cannot wait to just fill up from my toes. It's going to be so great. All right, if someone is still looking for a summer getaway, where are the best cruise destinations right now?
There's so many options out there for summer. Alaska continues to be one of the hottest summer itineraries with its wildlife and its incredible scenery. The Caribbean obviously still tops for a lot of people that are looking for these summer vacations. New destination investments like Carnival Celebration Key, their Relax Away at Half Moon Cay, and newly upgraded Isla Tropicale in Roatan really are driving a lot of people to these. So again, those private island destination experiences. And Europe remain strong for summer as well. Of course, you get those great cultural exploration experiences. So really, whether you want that quick 4-day trip or you want that 14-day bucket list trip, lots of options out there for you this summer.
I'll tell you, the Alaskan cruise and a European cruise, those are definitely on my to-do list. It sounds so beautiful and amazing. All right, Janine, before I let you go, where can we go to learn some more information?
Well, definitely check out a lot of these great itineraries at carnival.com. And then, you can always follow me on Instagram at The Outside Insider.
Excellent. Always a pleasure to talk with you, Janine. Thank you so much for your time. And folks at home, if you want to catch this segment again or others like it, just head over to First Coast News Plus.
As America prepares to celebrate its 250th anniversary, the new History Tellers Award is shining a spotlight on the interpreters and guides who bring history to life at historic sites and museums. Here to share more are Mars chocolate historian Dave Borgasani and this year's winner Marcus Smith from the Dubose Freedom Center. Thank you both so much for joining me today. And Dave, let's start with you. Can you tell us about the History Tellers Award first?
Well, I'd love to tell you a little bit about the History Tellers Award. Most people know that Mars makes fantastic chocolate brands. One of the things most people don't know is that Mars, an American heritage chocolate, a brand based upon recipes from the 1700s, have been committed to preserving American history for over 2 decades now. As we celebrate our nation's 250th anniversary, we wanted to shine the spotlight on those individuals who connect audiences with our nation's history in meaningful ways, and the History Tellers Award does just that. This new award celebrates those individuals who connect history with their audiences in meaningful ways, like this year's winner, Marcus Smith at the Du Bois Freedom Center in Great Barrington, Massachusetts.
Yes, Marcus, congratulations. So tell us about what you do and why it overall matters.
Thank you, Jordan. So here at the Du Bois Freedom Center, I work to interpret the life, legacy, and scholarship of W.E. Du Bois, who's one of the premier architects of the civil rights movement, as well as the historic Clinton Amy Zion Church and the broader Black history in the Berkshires. And it's significant for a few reasons. When we think about Du Bois, he's primarily known for two things: the Souls of Black Folk in 1903 and co-founding the NAACP in 1909. But he actually passed a day before the March on Washington, so there's 54 years to discover. And Roy Wilkins once said, in honor of him, his was the voice calling you here today to gather in support of this cause. And his voice is as relevant today as it was then, instructive towards conversations about liberty, democracy, civic engagement, and civic responsibility.
Wow. And Dave, you're a chocolate historian. So what surprises people most about chocolate history specifically?
Well, Jordan, one of the things that surprises people most is how often chocolate has shown up throughout American history. As we celebrate our 250th anniversary, chocolate has been part of major milestones throughout history. Our founding fathers drank chocolate. Chocolate was often used as a currency. It was used as a military ration. It's been to the highest mountain, the top of Mount Everest, in the lowest part of the sea, the Mariana Trench. It's even been to outer space. And Jordan, let's face it, who doesn't love chocolate?
You got my interest for sure. And Marcus, what inspired your passion for history, and what does winning the History Tellers Award mean to you?
Well, what inspired my passion for history, I have to give honor and credit to my grandparents. They would often gather us in their family home and recite the oral history of our family to the best of their knowledge, while also talking about the importance of preserving the built environment and having a space to engage with history. And so for me, this award is not only a way to honor their contribution to my life and their communities, but also to figures like Du Bois and the congregation who offered so much to the America that we have today.
That's wonderful. Yeah, and I'm sure you have just wonderful memories, great memories with your grandparents as well. So Dave, do you have any other facts you'd like to share before we go?
You know, summer is a great time to visit historic sites and museums throughout our country and learn about our nation's history. Definitely check out the Du Bois Freedom Center if you're up in this area, and also check out the museums and historic sites in your local communities. Now, for more information on all that we've discussed, including the History Tellers Award, American Heritage Chocolate, and Mara's ongoing commitment to history, education, and preservation, visit AmericanHeritageChocolate.com. And definitely go to the DuBoisFreedomCenter.org website for their fantastic summer programming schedule.
Wonderful. Well, thank you both so much for joining us. And again, congratulations to you, Marcus. And everyone at home, if you would like to see this interview again, just head to First Coast News Plus.